A lot of people make floating shelves, but not too many people make floating shelves that can do this. Alexa, turn on the cabinets. Lighted floating shelves. Coming up today on HandyDadTV. A few months ago, I did a shiplap installation for my son Tom's kitchen in his Staten Island apartment. In that video, I also promised I would come back to install shelving to finish out the kitchen renovations. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I built his floating shelves with built-in LED lighting. I like to draw plans before starting any woodworking project, especially if I'm doing the work in someone else's home. It helps me identify the materials, and in this case, it helped my son understand what I was building. I use SketchUp because it's easy to learn, free for personal use, but powerful enough for HGTV shows like Fixer Upper. There are many ways to build floating shelves, but mine needed to be hollow so I could run a wire to the recessed LED strips for accent lighting. We did all the prep work in my workshop the day before the installation. We started by ripping 2x4s to 1.5 inch square to create the frame that would be attached to the wall. I used screws and a generous amount of wood glue to ensure the integrity of the frame. Goopy, goopy, goopy glue. So this is going to be a sandwich. It's going to be hollow, but it's going to have this frame on the inside. The theory here is you want the frame to be as strong as possible because that's what we're going to use to attach it to the wall. So picture the wall here. And it's going to be bolted into studs. You want these to be as tight as possible so that, this is going to be hard against the wall, but you want these to carry the weight. And there's going to be a 1x12 shelf on top of it that's thick, and it's going to be attached to these with construction adhesive and nails, and that's going to carry the load that we're going to put on this shelf. Now the other thing that we have going for us is we have a corner that we're working with, so I'll actually be able to not only screw it back here, but I'll be able to screw it into the corner. Hopefully we'll be able to find a stud within here, and if we can, that will give it extra support too. So hopefully it will stay on the wall and never come down. We got started the next morning using the laser level to mark where I'd be screwing the frame into the studs behind the wall. I marked the stud locations on the soffit before installing the shiplap because I knew a stud finder wouldn't work afterwards. I was happy to see the marks were still there and didn't get painted over yet. I drilled pilot holes in the frame to make way for the lag screws. I also fed the low voltage wire for the LED lights through another hole and used a single screw to hold the frame in place. Then I drilled smaller pilot holes through the shiplap into the studs. Although there were no studs on the right-hand side, I still installed a screw into the shiplap to help support the shelf and keep it level. After that, I was ready to anchor the frame to the studs using my impact driver, which was loud. Note I used oversized fender washers behind the lag screws to provide the best grip. Now that the frame was secure, I made sure the top of the shelf had a good fit to the frame and to the wall. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Next, I used a brad nailer to pin the bottom piece of 1/4 inch plywood to the frame. Because I put the bottom shelf on first, I was able to get the clips for the light rail as close as possible to the secured piece, leaving more room for the front-facing piece on the shelves. I then cut the aluminum rails to length and drilled a hole for the wire to reach the light strip. Although the light strips are self-adhesive, they don't always stick long term. No problem. The aluminum rails came with a diffuser that not only prevents the strips from falling, but it also disperses the light so it's not as bright as the bare LEDs. Next, I applied some construction adhesive to the top of the frame, positioned the 1x12 top shelf, and nailed it securely into place with 2-inch finish nails. Now that the top and bottom portions of the shelf were completed, I used the finish nailer to attach the sides and front edge pieces to give the shelf its bulky, finished look. Amanda used a small paint roller to prime the spot where I made the cut, and then we filled the nail holes with white wood filler. I used white caulk and a wet finger to fill the gaps against the wall and give the shelf a professional finished look. And then, after we put some decorations out, the shelves were completed and ready for a photo op. Be sure to subscribe and watch our new series, The Living Flip. Ooh. Look. And that has 1.25 inches.
It's the little one. That's the little